In this video, we're going to walk through a property with a property manager that manages over 200 doors. That's right, Lakesha Kirkendall is looking at taking on a new landlord, and I want to see what does she look for before she takes on a client if she wants to manage their property. And you can learn from her too to see what you should look for regarding buying or renting to your next tenant. Let's do it. Okay, class, it's Kris Haskins with the realestateroundup.com. My mission and ministry is to raise your financial literacy through real estate investing and entrepreneurship. I'm in the beautiful city of Chesapeake, Virginia, and Lakesha Kirkendall is on the way. She's going to walk us through this property up here to show us what does she look for. I'm curious to know. She manages several hundred doors, and you can always learn from a master like Lakesha. So let's do it. All right, Lakesha, how you doing, buddy?
I am doing amazing. How about yourself?
Good to see you. Good to see you. So tell us where we are and what we're doing.
So today we are going to a new property that I got. Had some conversations with the owner, and they want me to manage. So before I agree to manage, I always come and look at the properties and make sure me and the owner are on the same page if anything needs to be done to get it ready. And that's what we're doing today. So you're going to come in with me and see how I do my pre-inspection tour.
That's what I want to see. So Before you get here, do you discuss monthly, before you even look at the property, have you already talked about rents? And
I give a ballpark figure based on numbers, but I always tell them, let me look at the property first, because condition makes a difference. So if everyone else in the neighborhood is renting for a high and they've got updated, kitchens and bathrooms and appliances, and then this unit does not, it makes a difference on the price. So nothing is concrete until I've walked the unit. Also, I have to make sure that the condition of the unit is something safe and that something that it would be in my book, I guess, of properties that I'm okay with. Because sometimes owners are kind of like at it. They're just like, I've done a lot of repairs. I don't want to do any more repairs. But if that property isn't in a good condition for me, I wouldn't be able to take it.
You mentioned that too. So let's talk about the neighborhood. Let's come on outside. Could you just tell me about how you feel about the neighborhood? Let's do it. This is cool. We're going with the boss today. Tell me about the neighborhood, Lakesha. What you feel about this?
So I think this is great. Very quiet. Some water at the beginning of the entrance of the community. It's a lot of these units out here. As you can see, they are pretty well kept.
Yeah,
so it looks like they do put in a lot of pride in the area. I like the off-street parking. I like the double car parking. Most people always have more than one car nowadays. So this is good. So we're gonna go up. So when I get to a property, my eyes are always on the exterior. What's going on outside? I'm always looking at the roof. Are we missing shingles?
This is our unit.
This is our unit right here with the green shutters. So I got to get a little bit closer. So as I'm walking, I'm looking at one thing right here. Look down with me, Kris. The grass. All right. I know it's
the HOA. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know like it's wintertime, but at some point it looks like maybe they did some cutting, but not over here. Okay. So I want to get this cut and clean because when my tenant comes in, I want them to have a fresh yard because it is the tenant's responsibility to maintain it. So we would get all of this out.
Is it unusual for you, Lakesha, to not have, everybody's yard is cut? I feel like the HOA would.
Well, I don't know because I've never dealt with this HOA and this is a brand new owner for me. So I'm not sure what the setup was. And if I'm not mistaken, this owner just bought this property. That's what it was because it was a referral from a colleague of mine that I used to work with. So she sold this unit. So I'm not real sure of any of the things. Now, one thing I need to know, why do we have a thing of rocks here? Or bricks. I'm not sure what this is. I'm not sure why this is here. This is not okay. This has to be gone. I'm not sure. Maybe they redid the porch and this was the concrete that they broke up.
Let's see. I don't know.
But the contractor should have removed that. So that's those things you want to check your contractor's work because they shouldn't get paid if they left that there.
Okay, yeah, you're right. So it looks like they might have poured a new front porch here.
Yeah.
Anything else on the exterior you notice in here, Lakesha? You good?
No, everything is okay. On the exterior.
Oof, that's good.
Yeah, heat is on. Utilities hopefully are on so I can check everything. This is a very nice space. Flooring looks good. So.
Boston action, y'all. Yeah. What are we doing here?
I'm checking to see if I have power. There we go. Okay, got power in my outlets, and I have it actually correct. So I bring my little tester.
Okay.
And that way, if something is not wired right, I will know.
I don't know why these builders don't put lights up here, Lakesha.
Yeah, that's a new thing. No lights in the ceiling of the property.
Are they just being cheap, or what is your opinion?
I don't know what. I have no idea who thought that was okay. I have no idea. That makes no sense to me.
All right.
So I'm opening up the windows. So one thing I teach my team, when we come in a property and we open windows, doesn't matter because these look like they're very new windows. Always open this window with the intent it's going to fall right back down on you. Because most of the time you'll pick a window up and you'll let it go. If the springs in this window are messed up, it will crash. So I always open with enough strength to make sure I can catch it if it falls. Window is good. Lock it back. I just want to make sure these windows open and close. I know nowadays people don't open windows when they live in places, but I don't want I don't want anyone to come and open this window when it falls back down. That's a liability. So I'm checking that. I'm gonna come over here, I'm gonna look at the thermostat.
Oh,
Looks
wow.
like a really nice, fancy thermostat. It's set at 69 and it feels really good in here.
Does feel good.
Yeah, and this is set at, it's 69 in here, so that's good. When I look at these, I'm looking to see if there's any indicators that the battery is about to go, because if that's the case, I want a fresh battery in here. Also, if there are any, they have like little stars or little asterisks that might come up if something is wrong. It might say like emergency heat. That means your regular heating system is not working, but emergency is on, and that's not good. That's expensive. So those are the things I'm looking at to say, hey, do I need to send anybody?
And if the electrical is open ground, Lakesha, or if there is an issue, what are you doing?
We're just having an electrician come fix it.
Oh, that's getting fixed. Okay, good.
Okay.
Looks like they redid the whole place, Lakesha.
Yeah, the deck looks great.
Let's see.
Yep. Let's come out here. Take a look at the deck. This deck looks good. Looks like they recently repainted it. Feels solid. I know this is a little bit beige. The unit looks new. And I'm also making sure there's no grass or anything around the unit that would get into it and cause any issues. Now I'm just looking at the exterior of the property. I see there was some patch work done over here, which is fine.
Good.
I'm poking just to make sure I don't have any soft wood. Soft wood means water is going to start to get into our unit. I'm looking up above. I see good screens. I see on my fascia nothing looks damaged or rotten. So outside is good for me. Coming into the kitchen. Looks like a brand new dishwasher. Let's go ahead and start it.
You got granite. Do you usually see granite in rental properties, Lakesha?
Yeah, actually, it's kind of like a new thing where people are starting to do that.
Oh, okay.
You know, they want to get the most for their money.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Kris came in here
I
and
just
broke up.
touched this thing. I promise you.
So hold it right there for me, Kris. 'Cause I need a photo. So those are the kind of things that we do. We want to touch everything. So if it breaks or it needs adjusting, it's on us to go ahead and get it done. But I'm over here focused on this dishwasher.
The thing came out of I barely touched the thing. Oh, man.
Okay, I'm not getting any power on this dishwasher.
I'm not touching anything else. You want me to check? Okay. You want me to look for the
breaker.
The breaker box?
But it's interesting because I think everything else is on. Remember, we had power in the living room. We have power in all these outlets. Okay.
I don't know where it is.
It may be outside.
Yeah, it might be outside. So that's something you got to just deal with.
Yeah. So I take a picture of it when I get back to my office. I make a list of anything that I see needs addressing.
What are we seeing here?
Just drawer needs to be cleaned out. It looks like maybe some debris. They probably have one of those liners in it, and we just want to clean it out.
So you don't spend a lot of time trying to get the dishwasher to work. You just say,
No, it should be as easy as the button. Other than that, it needs somebody to look at it.
Looks like they painted the cabinets.
Yeah, and put some new knobs, which is definitely a way to go to like spruce up something. So you got your new granite and some, original cabinets, but it's still a great look.
Yeah, it does look good.
So you don't have to always break the bank. Beautiful stove. One thing we talked about, I think before on these stoves, again, this was already here, but if you're buying a new stove, be mindful, something like this, beautiful and elegant, but if one of these eyes go out, they now have to try and mess with this glass to fix it. You run the possibility that the glass could break in the repair, which is an additional expense. Okay. So when you're trying to get high-tech items, think about repair costs.
Yeah.
I don't want to burn myself up. So we might have, there must be a breaker issue because I don't have any power on here either. But for now, let me snap a photo of it.
Let me just look outside. So I'm back out here in the utility room when we got the breakers. I turned the breakers on. So now we'll see if the dishwasher is working and the stove. They got a thick paint job on these joints. Kind of close.
So let me show you as far as the appliance.
I hope you are enjoying hanging out with Lakesha like I am. This lady is a firecracker when it comes to doing business. So if you're a landlord and you need to make sure that you have your documents airtight regarding managing your tenant, Lakesha has agreed to give us her rental property documents for no charge. She's gonna give you her application, her lease, her income verification, her late notice, and a couple other documents to make sure you have the best tenant experience when you move somebody in. You see, what I've noticed is most landlords end up getting hurt and getting put out of business because they don't manage the tenant properly. So there's a link in the video description where you can download all her stuff for no charge. All we ask in return is for your email address and what's your biggest question regarding real estate or your rental property. So head down to that link below and keep watching the video, and let's get back to the content.
Now that we got the power on, I started the dishwasher. I'm gonna let it run while I'm walking through.
Okay.
I also started the stove. I wanna make sure all my burners are hot. This one is hot, even though the red light, it kind of comes and goes.
Yeah.
So I wanna check all of that to make sure it's working before I put somebody in here. My oven is warm. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off. But these are the things you wanna check before a tenant moves in. So now I'm over here to this beautiful refrigerator. Again, I want to see, are we starting off with all of our shelves, our drawers? I'm telling you, you don't know how expensive these things are, guys. So this is why I check these in my regular inspections, but I also check them at move-in. So that all looks great.
Do you usually see this level of appliances too?
The stainless steel, yes, not like so much the flat top. So this is dirty on the inside here, so this would need some cleaning. And a lot of times, like my management agreement says that we need the property professionally cleaned. So a lot of times owners want to do their own cleaning, of course, to save some money. They come in, they wipe everything down, but they don't get detail like this. This is not ready for a tenant to occupy. So I would have to have them redo it or allow me to pay somebody to do it.
What's that gonna cost?
Move-in cleanings are around $350, something in that nature. This one has a washer and dryer that they're going to be leaving in here for the tenant.
Nice stuff. Sure. You gotta make sure they work too?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Because what if I tell a tenant you can't bring your own because I have some here, and then they get here and this doesn't work?
Okay.
Now, some of these are sensitive and they don't start without something in it. So that's one thing that...
This thing is going.
This unit has a garbage disposal, switches up here. I don't like garbage disposals. I feel like it invites people to put trash in the sink. Doesn't make sense to me.
Rust out too.
Yeah, so I try them, make sure it doesn't sound like it's clogged or anything like that.
Okay.
Me personally, if my units have garbage disposals and they wear out like the motor or something, I take them out and then I just replumb for regular plumbing. So we're not gonna have that repair again. They've got a nice bathroom down here. Make sure the vent is working good. I flush toilets, make sure there's no backup. I also feel the toilet to make sure this doesn't wiggle, because then that means eventually water is going to start to seep in. I turn water on. This is a little interesting because we got the door there. Yeah.
For the cabinet?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It isn't.
Now,
Go ahead.
no, I don't need that. I'm just looking at how this water falls in here.
And the sink?
Yeah, it goes through like the overflow.
Oh.
That
man.
isn't necessarily correct.
I wonder
I
what the
just want
plumbing
to.
is.
I think the water pressure, and that could just be an aerator that needs to be cleaned out.
That's true.
Yeah, because it shouldn't run directly into the overflow.
Okay.
Medicine cabinets. Let me show them this. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen this in a medicine cabinet before,
Yeah.
this little slit, but back in the day, that's where they used to put their razor blades for shaving.
What
So
did they do with them?
they'd be behind the wall. So if you open this wall, it'd be a whole thing of razor blades if they use them.
That is too much. Never heard of that before.
Yeah. So smoke detectors, I'm gonna get my little stick and we're gonna tell, oh, well, while
I can
Kris
do
is
it.
here, yep. And that's a no.
Nothing.
Okay, so those need to be, batteries need to be put back in those. This house feels really, really good for 68 degrees.
It does. Maybe we're just cold from being outside.
No, it's warm.
You
You
think
see, I
something
took
wrong?
off my jacket and everything.
You
So,
think the thermostat's not working right?
no, it may just be insulated that well.
68 degrees?
Yeah,
What is up with these, Lakesha? I've never seen
I
these
like
before.
those. The little caps on them. Where's my light in here? Oh, this is different. Oh, over here. Okay. So that
Oh,
bulb,
man, you got a little strobe light going.
nah, something's up with that bulb. They need to replace those.
Maybe these are down in here. Nope, that's not here. This is clean.
Very nice bathroom. They have a stopper. I always make sure we have stoppers.
So the stopper, well, you gotta show that to them. So you know what it is.
Tub
What is that?
stopper.
Okay, tell us
So they
about
can
that.
so they can clog up the tub to be able to take a bath. The
Okay, so-
older tubs have a lever that you stop the water with. Newer tubs don't have that, so you need one of these.
Okay.
So we make sure they have them. I'm gonna turn the water on. Make sure we don't have any leaking going on. We'll run it a second. Make sure I have some hot water.
This thing, they put some money in here.
Everything's kind of cold.
So they don't have a, there's nothing to store anything in here, Lakesha.
No.
You care about that? Okay.
There's so many different things that you can buy now from Amazon, like a thing to put your towels and
Yeah, okay.
yeah, that's not an issue. Now what is an issue is why I don't have any warm water yet.
The hot water heater was in that back room too, in that back.
It was on though, right?
I didn't check.
Okay.
I cut all the breakers on.
Yeah. So one of two things is this unit may have gas and the gas may not be turned on,
I can't remember.
or we've got an issue. So I don't have any.
So she bought it fixed up.
I am not sure. I am not
Shouldn't say.
sure. But
Okay.
there's no hot water. Shoot.
Get that finger.
I know, my fingers are in all my photos. It means something. All right. So somebody was here doing a little bit of work. I see some tools.
Yep.
Check my windows.
How you feeling about the size of this room? Do you care at all?
I don't.
Okay, cool.
I don't.
They got the high gloss on the walls. Lakesha, you seen that wall?
Yeah, that's better than that flat.
I should have never put flat in my house.
Yeah, flat you will want to paint every 30 days.
Oh my gosh. They got your filter over here.
Oh, they do. And those are good to take note of so we know what size we need.
Okay.
So that was bedroom 1, bedroom 2. Some really nice big vents.
Yep. I'm not. Oh shit.
That one worked. Now I noticed none of these have blinds. I am going to talk to the owner about installing blinds.
Is that a requirement?
It's not really, but I want blinds.
Okay.
I don't want to ever run by and somebody put a sheet up because they didn't have a blind.
Oh, you don't want to put that on the responsibility
Of the tenant, because then you've got the tenant screwing into your wood of your windows. There's a lot of things that can go wrong with that.
So this is a 3-1.
Yep, this door here goes into that bathroom.
Jail.
Yep, that we were just in.
Okay.
Okay. So good amount of space, good location.
Yeah, that's cool.
They've got, see, there is a blind in here. At one point, somebody had one up at the top.
That's the old cheap joints. They don't last too long.
We've got a good filter in there. So,
Ready to go. Okay.
Yep, they're ready to go on that one. Okay. So that's our walkthrough. I just made a couple of notes of some things that we need in terms of repairs. And I'll be getting with the owner, and then her and I will get together, get these repairs done, and then this is going on the market. So you guys look for it.
Anything else in the kitchen you're gonna do?
Nope.
You satisfied with the appliances you already?
Yep, yeah. The only thing I just need to go back and check is if that water heater is on the electric, because I
Okay.
didn't have any hot water.
You want to do that, or you good?
Nope, I'm gonna check it after I check this sink first though.
Okay. You never know which way it's hot. It takes forever to do it.
Yeah, I like this is cold because it got colder.
You don't know if the hot water is
Yeah, I'm gonna let that run, but then I'm gonna check the water heater. Oh, and they do have gas.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, it's off. The gas is off.
Yep, it is.
So that's the issue.
That's hot water.
Oh, it sure is. Yep.
Like, how do you tell by looking at it?
Oh, by looking at the water heater, this tube indicates there's gas. Electric ones don't have this like exhaust tube. That's how you tell. Also, I'm looking at the gas meter, and I know that it is locked, meaning the gas is not on because of the silver thing.
So gas is locked.
Yeah. So sometimes if your tenant first move in and you didn't verify that they turned on the utilities and they tell you their heat isn't working, you always want to make sure they check the gas.
So we got to verify hot water before we can get this thing rented?
No,
Or-
we just need to turn the gas on.
Okay.
And when we turn the gas on, I'm sure we're going to get hot water.
I got it.
Okay?
So that's not something you got to wait for?
No, not to start marketing the property.
Okay,
No.
cool.
And that's it.
Are these, do you see them usually this nice?
No, they usually need a little bit more
Yeah.
work before we get ready. But again, she just brought it.
Okay, cool.
So,
Okay.